ThetaVAC-2 Vacuum Cold Mounting Machine Operation Video 1. Connect the electricity. Connect the power cord to the main power interface on the back of the mounting machine. The voltage requirement is 110 volts or 220 volts. Then insert the power connector of the vacuum pump into the interface of the mounting machine. A 6 mm air pipe connects the compressed air interface of the equipment to the air extraction port of the vacuum pump. The vacuum degree can reach a maximum of -90 kPa. This completes the equipment installation, and it can be used normally once powered on. 2. Introduction to screen functions. After power on, the screen displays the product model and name. It will automatically jump to the main interface afterwards. There are 3 setting buttons in the upper left corner, which are in sequence: the Program Library button, the Setting button, and the Screen Lock button. This is the air pressure adjustment button. If the parameters of the program library are not used, the air pressure value can be set in real time by adjusting the addition and subtraction on both sides. This middle one is the timing adjustment bar, represents how long the air pressure will be maintained after reaching the set value. The duration can also be adjusted by adding or subtracting on both sides. The following represents the number of cycles, which can also be adjusted by adding or subtracting on both sides. According to the current setting parameters, 1 cycle can be understood as when the vacuum value in the vacuum chamber reaches -20 kPa, maintain it for 1 minute. When the pressure is relieved to 0 kPa again, 1 cycle is completed. The 2 items in the upper right indicate that program No. 2 has been selected and that the name of program No. 2 is 123. What is displayed here is the real-time vacuum value inside the vacuum chamber. The time on the left here indicates when the set vacuum value is reached. Start displaying the timed countdown with the total running time of the device shown on the right. This displays the current cycle number and the total number of cycles. This is a pouring key, and the required vacuum value can be set in the back end. After clicking, the vacuum chamber reaches the set value and maintains this vacuum value for a long time continuously. Moreover, this process is not counted towards the number of vacuum cycles or the equipment operating time. It allows the operator to have more time for pouring samples under vacuum standing conditions. This is the button for cyclic vacuum pumping operation. After clicking, the running time and the current cycle stage will be displayed here. When the vacuum value reaches the set value, the timed countdown will start displaying here. After the timing period ends, the vacuum chamber automatically releases pressure and returns to normal atmospheric pressure. After the pressure relief is successful, the second cycle will start automatically to continue the vacuum pumping operation. These 2 are the stop button and pause button of the equipment. The 2 upper buttons are for rotating the loading tray in forward and reverse directions. It has the same functions as the 2 buttons on the top left of the device. The only difference is that these 2 buttons can still control the rotation of the loading tray even when the screen is locked. Up to 40 groups of mosaic parameters can be customized and saved in the program library. This button automatically loads the selected program parameters onto the main page. This is for editing parameters. We select program No. 1 to enter parameter modification. Modify the vacuum value here. Modify the scheduled time, that is, the duration of the vacuum value. Modify the number of cycles. Modify the cycle interval time, which refers to the interval time from the end of 1 cycle to the restart of the second cycle. You can also click the program name to modify it to the name you need. Keep the current parameters. Import the modified program into the main interface just now. Settings interface. Inside, you can select the pressure unit, the vacuum value during pouring, and set a password for the screen lock, among other options. This is the screen lock button. After the screen is locked, only the start and stop buttons can be clicked. You do not have permission to modify the parameters inside. You can only make modifications after clicking and entering the password. You can also make custom modifications in the settings interface. 3. Vacuum inlay process. First, install the epoxy resin guide tube and pass the end of the disposable pouring tube through the hole from the vacuum chamber. The pouring tube is disposable and needs to be taken out promptly after use to prevent difficulty in removal caused by the curing of resin inside the tube. Adjust the pouring elbow to an appropriate distance to facilitate subsequent pouring. The middle part is snapped into the groove of the flow handle and then locked tightly. Place the end into an epoxy resin casting cup. Place a piece of disposable white paper on the loading platform to prevent excess resin from overflowing and facilitate cleaning of the platform. Then place the cold mounting mold properly and arrange the samples neatly. Adjust the position by controlling the load plate button. The cold mounting mold should be directly below the pouring elbow. Then close the transparent top cover and prepare for inlaying. After clicking the pouring button, once the air pressure in the vacuum chamber reaches the pouring negative pressure, slowly release the flow control handle to allow the resin in the pouring cup to flow slowly into the cold mounting mold. After filling the cold mounting mold, close the flow control handle tightly. Press the control button for the loading tray to position the next cold mounting mold directly below the pouring elbow and continue pouring. After the sample is truly completed, it is cured at room temperature and atmospheric pressure, and a highly transparent sample without bubbles can be obtained. This is vacuum static cold mounting, pouring the sample under negative pressure. If the poured and uncured samples need to be vacuumized, you can use a plug to block the exhaust hole before placing it into the vacuum chamber. Then vacuumize to remove air bubbles from the resin, and the specific operation can be carried out according to your own needs. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact our after-sales engineers at any time.
Trojan. Discover the truth of material.